Good morning. Today, I'm Corinne Braxton, and I'm not sure if today is September 6th or September 7th. Um, anyway, and welcome to Facebook Live. And let's check and see if we have this on my computer going. Let's see if it's working, if it's coming through. Oh, I think it is. Let's see. Yes. It's working. Oh, hey, Lisa. Good to see you this morning. Are you still unpacking some boxes? Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. Keep those coming. That helps. All those things help others find us. So I think I'm just right on time. I can't tell anymore, but I thought I was a minute early. But for a minute, I almost sort of freaked out because I had all the camera all set up and ready to hit play, and then the picture disappeared, and then I had to go back and sort of redo that. So, Lisa, I hope soon you'll be unpacked, but at least you're making progress this week, aren't you? So pretty soon I'm going to have to start packing. Anyway, we have, oh, hey, Carla. Good to see you this morning from Wisconsin. I'm right on time today in the right time zone. Oh, my goodness. Today, it's always every week. It's sort of one thing. We'll just begin in just a second here. So don't forget we have celebration going on. This is we have 3 weeks left. Oh my goodness, can you believe we're already into beginning of? We have the first week of September is over. So this ends September 30th. September has 30 days. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. So it's one of our short months, unfortunately. So this will come to an end. The mini catalog goes on until January 2nd, I believe. And the exciting news was this morning when I was reading my demonstrator Tuesday updates. We found out that it's always fun to find out things. We don't always know these in advance, but starting tomorrow, we have these cute little elves. This is the kit that's coming out. It was, it's in our, I want to get my book wet. I have wet wipes next to me here. So ever since this mini catalog has come out, people have said, like, well, where are these kits? And this is, they're on page 5 and 6. And this one is being released tomorrow, the one with the elves. And then the tag one is being released in October, I believe. But anyway, tomorrow's elf kit looks really fun. It has some little gems. It has a clear block, has an ink pad, some twine, gold twine, and it makes 11 cards, and that is available tomorrow. And I don't know the price of it, but I'm assuming it's going to be the $19 one or $20 kit. They are really cute. And I think they'll go fast. It's while supplies last, of course. All of our kits now and this is a new program that Stamping Up has started, this kit program. So they're going to be releasing new ones all the time for while supplies last. And I suppose suspect that these Christmas ones will go quickly. So they're really cute. They're not expensive. You get a clear block and the ink spot. So it's like a paper pumpkin almost, only you know in advance what it's going to be. So, okay, let's begin. We have a lot going on today. So I'm going to, thanks, Carla. Thanks, Lisa. Oh, I appreciate that. Do we get to spend special rewards to spend for our celebration sales? You do, Carla, but I'm not sure exactly what your question is. But after celebration is over with, you get to spend those rewards, if that's your question. But anyway, keep keep the comments coming so others find us, and we'll turn the camera down, so close your eyes. We got 2 projects today. Both of them are bookbinding, my favorite. You know, you've seen me do videos enough. I love this bookbinding formula. It's so easy and makes great cards. Here we go. Turn the camera down. Okay, here, this is just to help me center the camera and everything, get focused. And let's see once now, so I can still, hi Jan Kaufman, Jan's in Eastern Montana. Good to see you this morning. And I just have to tell you, these little treat box, oh my goodness, I think they come 8 to a package. They're on low inventory. That means you can still buy them, but they're running low, and they're so cute. Easy. They have adhesive, and I literally put probably these 8 together. Didn't decorate it then, but I put eight of these together in probably maximum 10 minutes. Easy. And this is some of the designer paper in the Halloween pack, the little 6x6. Love that ribbon. This silvery metallic, it's perfect. These are some cards I just whipped up yesterday. I just wanted to do really a simple one using, this is really a Christmas stamp, but I use these different colors for fall. And one is papaya and Cajun, and this one is evergreen and Cajun. Very easy cards. So today we are going to do 2 bookbinding cards, and we are going to be using the Beautifully Penned, and this is free. Remember, this is free during Celebration. It's one of your $50 items that you get in a $50 purchase. You get this free. It's a good one. I love it. We are using this stripe again. It's such a useful one. And we are using the Pretty Pumpkins and Banner Year. Now, Pretty Pumpkins. Oh my goodness, I've made a ton with this already. I wonder if hopefully you're still, let's see, it said my video was interrupted. I don't know. Anyway, Pretty Pumpkins, great set, and it has dies to go with it, framelits. Beautiful. I've used this a lot on my art sampler that I made last week with my class and posted. And then we are going to use this fun Banner Year. And this one came out last year. It has Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas wishes. We're going to use the Happy Fall, the Boo. It has a heart, squirrel, nuts, hat. We're going to use this little jack-o'-lantern face right there. You could use that, hey, Martina, good morning. Yes, you're in Montana this month instead of Oregon. There's a little spider web. Those are all photopolymer, and we're going to use those this morning. So let's get started, and let me show you our cards. These are the cards. I wanted to show this bedazzling paper and this black and white. Those are both free items. Now, this it's called Bedazzling. It's 6x6, and I've used a lot of it. But I'm ordering more because they're saying that that's probably the first thing to go, the first item to run out. So anyway, let me zoom that up a little bit. Okay, I stamped these pumpkins, and I colored them with my blends, and I colored them with, this is the succulent colors, and this is some of the pale papaya and pumpkin pie. And I used a little crumb cake and gray on that. And then this one, I just did traditional Halloween colors, fall colors, and then I stamped those cute faces. So we're going to do this card, and they open up like this. And you can see that is punched out of the middle on that. So this one I didn't put it on there, but I didn't. Anyway, but they're really cute. Now, you've seen me do this type of card before, and let me just get my package out of items here. And it is, I don't know, it's a real go-to for me. I really like it. My purpose in this whole thing was I wanted to show, in the second part of this video, I want to do the dahlias, and I want to show you something, but I wanted to show you how you can go make this design in this card in lots of different stamps and different ideas. So I just made them up. And so here we go. This is, I'll just pull my paper trimmer in here. I can do these in my sleep. I've done so many of these for swaps. So it's a top folding. It's 4 1/4 by 11. And you fold it in half at 5 1/2. So it's scored at 5 1/2 right there. And then you have to open up your trimmer, and you go over to 6 3/4. I actually just move, personally, I take this to, like there's the 1 1/4 right there. And then I move my cutting blade out of the way, first of all. There's my, and if I'm doing a lot of these, I like to do them, on my scoring board, my big thing. Okay, so let me get this crease for you. So this is the 5 1/4, and then this is the 6 3/4. This looks pretty nasty, doesn't it? Let me get a different one here. So on book bindings, so now this will just go back like this. And I have done these for years, but I didn't fall in love with them until I saw Karen Titus do these. And she used this measurement. I used to use a different measurement, and then you'd have like 3 by 4 or 3, whatever. But anyway, no, I've really creased that pretty well. It's got a really deep groove. So what you do now is you can use your tear tape like this and go down right there. Or you can use your Seal Plus. That's what I have right here. You can use our Seal Plus. And the key always is this, just to lift straight up. Just lift straight up. But this is very, very, very strong. And in fact, you can't move it once. Do you see how it just like, it would take a lot to pull it apart. But I do like that Adhesive Plus. It's Seal Plus is called. And on the inside, we're going to put this 3 3/4. We'll just put that down. Let me get now I like to use my regular seal. And put it like that. 3 3/4. And then on the outside, we're going to have this piece. I cut that DSP 3 3/4 to 3 by 3 3/4. And the beauty of this card using these measurements is this area, everything can be perfectly square. And the way I did it for years was it was not square, it was always off, and it wasn't very fun. But this is fun to do. So that's I can do these in my sleep now. I just love this this formula because you don't need a lot of designer paper. It's not so, this is a free paper, so it's not a big deal, but sometimes we sort of hoard our paper, don't we? And then we're going to put our bedazzling on like this, and this is 3 so that was 3 3/4. This is 3 1/4, and then this white one is going to go on top, and that's 3 by 3. So I'll put those there so you can take a screenshot. And then this one is 3/4. And by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to put that right down the middle, right there. This is 4 1/4. So then we're going to put this one down next. I love this pumpkin set. It is, I should have brought my sampler over because I did let, because it's beautiful, I think. 3 1/4, but I used a lot of the pumpkins. And so isn't that pretty with that sparkly? Okay, now let's do our stamping, and we will get rid. Oh, shoot! I forgot to do that. I forgot to punch. I wanted to punch out the middle of that. That's what I did, so that I had that piece to show you, but I didn't, and now I've stuck it down. But unfortunately, I don't have another one handy, so I can't. But you get the idea. I was just, you know what? I think I'll show you on something else. I'll show you on this. I have, this is the same, this is like an extra piece, but let's just say, I wouldn't do it this way because I would do it on the bedazzling, but you get the idea. I punched this out. This is the Label Me Lovely. We've had this a couple of years. It's a great punch, and it's still in the annual catalog. Anyway, so then when you cover that up, you've got this extra piece. We'll use that now for the greeting, but it's just a great way to use your paper without, making the most of it. Let's set this aside and bring in our stamping now. We're going to stamp right on here, and it's photopolymer, so we're going to use a 3x3 white, and it's going to be on my piercing mat like that. And let's see what's here. Well, it's not all photopolymer. Some of it is and some of it isn't. So we are going to get our orange. Well, I don't know why I have that out, but we're going to bring in our black Memento, and we'll put it right there. I'm going to put my card off to the side so that it doesn't get all tip over. I'm going to do the photopolymer first. Let me get this in the camera. Sorry about that. I get busy talking and trying to stamp and do all these things at the same time. Sometimes it's a little tricky. I like to line things up on my grid paper. Happy fall, you all. And I'm going to just stamp it right there in the top. And that's great. And now we can, I see we've got a little hair right there. Now we can do our pumpkins. And I'm going to just stamp these. We don't need to use this now for that because it's got red rubber on it. Anytime you have a stamp with red rubber, then it's good to go, and you don't need to use the piercing mat. But anytime it's photopolymer, you do. You need to give it a little cushion. So there's my pumpkins. I'm going to give it a nice press. We'll let that dry for a second. And let me see once here. Get that a good clean on the chamois. And we'll do this in a minute. We'll do the friends. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. I love this. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. There we go. It's a little spot right there. Good place for a gem, huh? Don't you think? And in a minute, we'll put in our faces. Now I'm going to bring the piercing mat back. This is the cutest little... I don't know that I would have thought of doing this little... I didn't see this. I saw a completely different card by Lori Heiling in Arizona, and she used that on the pumpkins, and that gave me this idea. Okay, so now I'm going to just stamp that on each pumpkin. Cute as can be. Be sure you ink it up well because you want it as dark as can be. Okay, isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. And, okay, we clean that one. Okay, I think we have all of our stamping done. And now we'll do let's do the inside first. Okay, we'll put it like this. We'll just use this piece. That'll work just fine. Glad I thought of that. Doesn't make any difference which way you have it. And then this can go, we'll just, I think we'll just slant the ends like this. You want to have the slants going the same direction. There we go. Just like that. And we're not going to pop it up just because it's the inside of the card. We don't want so much bulk. So, and I meant to stamp it in orange, the pumpkin pie. That's why I had the orange ink here, but I didn't. So we'll just go with that the way it is. That'll be just fine though. Okay, and now we're ready to color this. So we'll do that real quickly. And I'll zoom in a little bit for you. You're gonna have to remind me to zoom out again. So I'm gonna do the coloring. We're gonna bring in our little, our blends. So here we go. Okay, see if I can do this without getting my head over it too far. I'm going to outline with my dark pumpkin pie, and I'm using my bullet end, my skinny end. And just giving this, wherever there's one of these, Stampin' Up! Artists are so good about giving us lines that they think should be good for shadows. So like all of that is, I would keep it dark, and toward the bottom I would keep it fairly dark, and then I will just come in with my, this one is my light pumpkin pie, and I'll use my broad tip end on that. This one has seen its better days. I'm just giving it some real quick, you know, and I'm sort of a fast colorer. You don't want to let it soak and get too muddy. And if you're too slow, it'll get muddy. But you do want it to soak through on the back. That's common, and that's why we have a pad underneath us like this. And I'm going to do on this next one. I'm going to use some other colors. We use some dark papaya, and I'm going to use the pumpkin pie again, but I'm going to use the light, and I'm going to outline. Just going to outline it like this. So this one's going to be a smaller pumpkin. Like that. And let's see what's here. We'll do some, some light papaya. So this is going to be a pretty light colored pumpkin. We have sort of a short season here in Montana for pumpkins sitting out. When we lived in Missouri, it was quite a long time. It was really sort of neat. We decorated quite a bit for fall. We had, we lived on a farm. We had hay. And hay. We decorated the barn for parties for when the kids were young. Okay, we're going to use that dark one again, I think. Anyway, we used to have corn stalks and all that, and lots of pumpkins on the porch. But here in Montana, they tend to freeze, so they're good for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden they're frozen. So, like right now, we just have 2 tomatoes that we just last night we picked, and then we brought them in and let them ripen in the house a little bit. But oh my goodness, they were delicious. But we're only going to get 2. We have some green ones, but then by the time they're ready, it'll be freezing. So we don't have very long growing season here for sure. There's just a little definition now in all 3 of those pumpkins. We're going to bring out. Whoops! I don't have. It's so important to keep this. Hear that click, because that keeps that alcohol flowing. We're going to bring in some of our greens, and I'm going to use this is a Stampin' Right marker, Early Espresso, and I'm going to use, it's just a little skinnier, and I'm going to just use that for this vine. I just want to, but you have to be careful on these because they'll, but just gives a little definition. It's just a little bit tinier, so I'm going to use some of the dark olive now on my leaves. I'm going to just do these real quickly, and then we'll be all done. So I'm coloring very quickly on those. Just give them, this is the lighter olive. Obviously, it would take a little bit more time if I were doing this by myself, but okay, you get the idea. And now we'll do some brown on the stems, and then it'll be done. So we're going to take the darkest one, which would be this one, and I'm going to just put a little bit of where the lines are, just like that. Close it up, and hope you all had a good, relaxing weekend. We didn't go anywhere or do anything. Well, we went out to breakfast one morning, and yesterday we looked at, we have an offer on our house. We looked at our new house that's being built, and we also had an offer late Sunday night, and for our existing house. So then we looked at some VRBOs. Yesterday we drove around looking for houses to live in, well, until our house is done. But it's quite, we don't know anything. Of course, nothing is in stone. We don't have any contracts yet, but we're getting closer. Okay, there we go. And let's, now we'll tip this over, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to use a whole sheet. Well, it's not a whole sheet. This is, those sheets that we cut up. I don't think I have one here. It's uncut, but I'm going to just put it on. I'm going to put it on this. I love this tip. I got that tip from Patty Bennett. I mean, she loves these, and I've grown to love them too. I just peel off that it's one big dimensional. And you get quite a few of these in a pack, and then you can cut them to different sizes. And isn't that cool? Look at that. And our card is almost done. There we have our inside. Oh, I should have done that in orange. And then I have a bow. And I took my twine, and I just made it loopier than I would normally, I wound it around a couple times. I'm going to bring in my glue dots, and we're just going to put a couple of these on. I like to just touch them. I don't like to conserve. I like to use 2 of them just in case, and I just sort of peel them, push them together, and there we go. And there is our little pumpkin. Isn't that cute? And there's a bookbinding card. There's nothing hard about that. Here are the other ones that I made. Here's the one that I did before. And then this is the other one. Don't you think those are fun? Oh, I think we could just trim that off a little bit on the back too. Just peeking over the edge. So fun. Okay, those are all done, and we'll clean those up and set them aside. And now we're going to do another bookbinding card. That's why I have the orange ink out, because I was supposed to stamp with it. Didn't realize that. Okay, we're going to bring in the delicate dahlias. Now, my purpose was sort of twofold in this. I wanted to do something with some leftover pieces that I had, and you'll see those in a minute. But I wanted you to see this. Let me zoom out again here. There we go. Let's see if I can get some comments going. There we go. I see those. Keep commenting, girls. So this is the Delicate Dahlias in the Shaded Summer. And you all know about Delicate Dahlias. This is free with a $100 set, $100 purchase. So it's a beautiful set. I used it a couple weeks ago. I did a 2-part stamp. Today we're just going to use this one. But I want you to think about this Shaded Summer one. Now, this is in our annual catalog. And I don't know what page it's on. It's called Shaded Summer. I'm going to look, though, right now. You could look in the index. Shaded Summer is on page 75. I love this stamp. I've used it quite a bit, but I don't think many people realize we have it in the catalog. So this is Shaded Summer, and it's $23. It's a red rubber cling stamp. It's beautiful. Beautiful friendship. Happy birthday, friendship. Thank you. Hello. Love you. Above and beyond. You go there a lot. May the good you do come back to you. It's just a really pretty stamp. And it's on page 75. But it doesn't have any framelits or dies until now. And now we do, because in Celebration, when you spend $50, you get those as a free item. And they're right here on page 13, right there. And I bet many of you do not have those. So it's really, this leaf right there and that leaf are outstanding. And I've used these a lot. Actually, I'm going to use them in my cookies and cards and coffee this week, my class coming up that I have on Thursday. But just love these, and I think you will too. So anyway, we're going to, here, this is what, I don't have that card with me, but what I make is the template, and then I do my stamping. So I do the templates, and then I put the card, I've got all these already die cut, and then I put them in there and I stamp them. And here's another template for the other one, like this. So, and I just save those in my case, like that. It's great. Works super. Okay, so that's what we're using. And then we're also using, for our greetings, we're going to be using these really cool many messages, message die. It cuts out all of these. I've got a whole case, and we're using Many Happenings. Very fun set. Big, big die. You can see how big it is. I'm not going to actually stamp it today, but you can get the idea, the gist of it. So that's a pretty neat one, and we had the die that was new last year, and then this year was the first time we had another one made. Okay, well, I made these cards a few weeks ago. I'm just absolutely in love with them. They're made with things that are left over. I did some alcohol blends right there in a class on vellum. And this is the dahlia. And these stamps, that white and that gold, those are the free framelits or dies. They're called dies now. And then here's another one. And I've shown you these before, but I really like them a lot. And I still had some leftover vellum paper. So I wanted to do it again. But this time my purpose was to show you how to do this in a bookbinding style. I'm trying to find my cards. Oh, where are they? Don't know where they are. Let me see what's here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I've got a lot of things here beside me. Here's the bookbinding card, just like that. And isn't that pretty? I just love that vellum. I had some left over, and I thought, oh, that'd be just perfect to do this bookbinding technique. So that's what we're doing today. So there's the dahlia, which is free, and then these leaves and I love it on the side, don't you? So this is what we're going to do. This is Misty Moonlight, and just set that right there and bring in our supplies. And if I remember, I'll try to stamp on the envelope this time. Got some pieces. I'll show you those. You can take a screenshot. There's the bedazzling and the strip I'm going to put on top of it. And my vellum is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I cut a piece of the sticky paper. We're going to show you how to do that. And we have some. Oh, I shouldn't take that away if you're doing a screenshot. So that's the 4 by 4 white, and then this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Our card is 4 1/4 by 11. It's a top folding again. And then it's scored at 5 1/2 and 6 3/4. And I'm just going to bend it back like that, just like that. And it's quite easy. So we'll do that. And then the inside is going to be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. You can do any way you want. But let's put these all together now, and I'll show you how this all goes. So, but before we do that, I want to show you just real quickly, for some of you before who did not see me do this, and I will do it for you again. I have a piece already cut, so, but at least you'll get to see me do this. Now I can't remember which side is which. Let me just see once real fast. I'm using some rubbing alcohol. You should use 91, or this one is 99. I ordered it from Amazon. So, and then I'm using my water brush, that one with the wide, that's the correct side. Okay, so what you do is you take your blends, and I like to use my darkest. These are alcohol, and they're going to react with alcohol. So this is the dark petal papaya, and I'm going in and just scribbling is what I'm doing. Just love this scribbling. So you just scribble, scribble, scribble all over. You just scribble, scribble, scribble. And you leave a little bit of, I'll just fill in a little bit of, this is Misty Moonlight. I think that's plenty to show you. I mean, it's a fast technique. I love it, love it, love it. It's so cool. Now I forgot my, oh, you can use a baby wipe. That'll work. I've got some baby wipes next to me here. But you're going to take your alcohol, your rubbing alcohol, and get it nice and, you're just going to dip it. And make sure you do all your light ones first. I'm just tapping it like that. Tapping it and letting it do its own thing. Then I clean my brush, and then I do my next color, and that's green. That's the soft succulent. And then finally I do, you can see how it's really bleeding. A little bit on my blue, and it's almost doing that by itself because I hardly have to put any alcohol on it. And you can blow it, you can tilt it, you can take a straw, but it's so cool. I love this technique. It's very fast. I like to do it on a whole sheet of paper, and then I like to do the whole thing, and then I save it and do bits and pieces. So we'll let that dry. That will be dry in about 5 minutes, and I'll show it to you then when it's finished. But isn't that fun? It's starting to bleed a little bit. I'm going to you can soak it up with your paper towel too. I don't want it to bleed too much right there. But you'll see how it works. You see how it's still running like that? But it's a very fun. I love this 99. It helps so it doesn't curl the paper so much. So you can get that from Amazon. You cannot buy it at CVS or at Walgreens. Okay, so now we're going to take our card. And again, we're going to do the same thing as we did before. We're going to take our adhesive. This is the plus, the Seal Plus. And it has it just breaks. You can sort of see how it's extreme. It has little lines in there. I love that adhesive now. I didn't like it at all. I didn't know how to use it in the beginning, but I really do now. And take that off. So now we're going to put this on. I've cut my vellum from before, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, I splattered it with my Wink Estella. You can just hit it like this. That's all I did. And that's how I got that little glitter in there. And, but what I want to do is I want to put some adhesive, because on vellum, if you don't put it You don't have to do this at all, but I just thought I'd show you. This has that sticky, we sell this in the catalog under adhesive, so this has sticky on 2 sides. It lasts forever, literally. You'll have it, you'll buy 1 package and it'll last. And what happens is stamping up, it'll go out, they won't carry it for a while, and then they'll bring it back. And I'm just trying to get that other piece off my fingernails. There we go. All right, so you just press it down. It works especially nice on a big piece like this, and then you take your pick tool, and it's got another, it's sort of like that tear tape or red sticky tape. Do you see how it's got tape on? So you can pull this up. There are all kinds of fun things with glitter that you can do with that. Or so now it's all. We're going to take this piece and we're going to put it on our 4x4 like that. And let's see here. Trying to get that nice and straight because you don't really have a second chance with this. There we go. That's pretty good. And now that's going to go right on top of our opening. So the opening in our card. So this is like that. Isn't that pretty? I think it's very, very important on vellum to back it with white or vanilla. It does not look good with other colors. So it has to have that white or vanilla piece. And then I'm going to take my bedazzling and then this piece. And this is from the designer papers, the In Colors. Misty Moonlight was the color we have from our In Colors. It's still current. It's from last year's colors. So I'm just taking some adhesive and putting it down there. And I'm gonna run some on there first, so I'm not dangling it up in the air while I'm making it. Put this on. I think this is 3/4 by 5 by 4. And again, 4 1/4 is the width of our card. Now we'll put this on. Anyway, this is from the In Color designer paper. You can see that I've cut a little bit. It's not perfect. Doesn't have to be by any means. And it's always better to trim it than be too short. And you always want to trim from the back. You'll get a straighter, more accurate cut that way. Okay, isn't that pretty? And it's almost done. And now we're going to bring in our, I should have done the stamping. We'll do that right away. And I'm going to do my inside first. It's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And let's see if I put anything. I left it blank, so we'll do that again on this one, I think. It's just set it right there, but at least, again, it's perfectly square, so you can do everything in increments of 1/4 inch. I love that. That's what I love about this particular technique. Let's see now. We need our other pieces. Let me see if I can find those. Let's look here now. We're going to stamp our dahlia on some white, and it's going to be photopolymer. So we know we're going to put the mat down. Okay, here's one leaf. Let's see if I can find some more leaves here in my kit. Let's see. Oh, here they are. I have them all organized in my little container. These are all die cut. And, oh goodness, sometimes I'm so organized that I can't even handle it. And this is my gold that we're going to work on. So I'm just going to take a piece of that. First of all, I'm just going to cut that. I'm going to wind it around my fingers 3 times. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put it away in the basket right there. And now let's do our stamping. And put that right there. I think what we're going to do first is we're going to stamp on our envelope and see how that turns out. We'll just stamp a little bit right there. Oh, let's see if I I'm just sort of learning about all this, getting things in the camera properly. I've got my stamps, and now let's get our ink out. And I thought we'd give it a try. I want to show you what it looks like. We'll do it in pale papaya first, and then we will do it in the... So it's a big, big, big stamp. I like to sort of twist my stamps. I don't know. I just sort of do that. I think you get a little better coverage. And let's see how it looks. Looks good. This is a distinctive stamp, and that means it has some dark, some light, some medium lines, and I think it's quite pretty. And we'll do the same thing now. We're going to do this. We're going to stamp up our... Usually, we're going to ink up our... Okay. There's our dahlia. Isn't that beautiful? And I'll show you now in Misty Moonlight. So I've used both colors of blends, so that works out pretty well. I could, and then you're just going to fussy cut this. So I have one fussy cut for you, but we'll just keep going. There, you can see how distinctive it is, even by the inking right there. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Love this Misty Moonlight. I wore black today because I did the black Halloween card, and I tend to wear Misty Moon. I've worn Misty Moonlight quite a bit lately. I think I need to go shopping. I hardly ever go. I just order from catalogs or on Amazon. But isn't that pretty? You can see that distinct. It's really, really, really pretty. And there's also a little, on the inside, we can stamp a little flower. These have two parts to them, but we're only using one part. So we'll use the little one on the inside. Just give it up a little ink. Little ink right there. Isn't that pretty? And gives it a little pizzazz to the inside. And now we're going to just take our card, and I already have, I have one cut out. Yes, I do. I have that one cut out. Oh, let's see. I thought I had a Misty Moonlight cut out, but maybe I don't. But we'll just use this color today. This is the pale papaya. It'll give you two looks to it there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals on this. And so I'm going to use some good size ones here. These are some cut pieces again that I have. Just some little, I have a little dish here, and just pull those up. Really like to be able to do that. I probably would have used about 5 dimensionals otherwise. Okay, and then I just hold it like this. Let me just see that I'm in camera. And I just take my white ones, and these are the die cuts from that Shaded Summer. And then I take a gold one, put it next to it. And so it's just all being sort of attached to that. I'm just going to add one more piece of adhesive right here. So you can see I'm just holding it up in the air and sort of placing it like that. And then I want to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take one of my cut pieces from my little container. And aren't they beautiful leaves? Oh, you definitely are going to want these if you don't have them. It's only a $50. I was so pleased that they did this year. Had a few, some of those dies in there. Isn't that pretty? And then what I do is I turn this over, and I take my gold cord, and I'm so sorry if I have not been seeing your comments. Oh, it is. Thank you. Yes, it is. It is rich looking. Hey, Melissa, you go ahead and work, and you can watch the replay always. So I just wrapped it around like 3 times like this, real fast, as there's no signs to this. You just wrap it around, spread your fingers open, and just wrap it around, and put it together. I just lay it down like this on there, and it's sort of loose. This is a little looser than I normally would have. Okay, but you get the idea. It's loose, and that'll be just perfect, actually. So we'll put it in this. I think we'll do it like that, and there we go. And let's see if we can find some gems now and our words. And I'm going to use these, a little container of these, what are they called? I don't know, I can't remember what they're called all of a sudden right this moment. I love them, probably one of my favorite gems in the whole catalog. I'm going to use the medium size, and I'll just put some in the middle here, like that. Quick and easy. And we need one more that size, a medium size. There we go, we'll push them together. Nice little center. And gilded gold is what they're called. And now we're going to just choose our greeting. And so there's our card. Okay, let's see what's here. I just keep a container. These are all, now some of these are in black and some are in misty moonlight, but so in this one, the one I did for today, the world needs more people like you. Isn't that just perfect? I mean, you just cut them out, you just stamp, and then you die with that really big, I love that. Be strong, be brave. You've got this. That's a really good, nice one, but it's in black. So here are these are the ones I have that are in misty moonlight. So there are all kinds of, look at these. You can see how they just have different shapes, real skinny. And then we pull it off like this. It says, like, you're the best. The world needs more people like you. The loss is immeasurable, but the love left behind. That's a nice one. It's just a little bit long for this, so we can't use that one. I don't really have anything in mind for this. You could do something like, you're the best. Thank you for being my friend is really nice. I like that one too. I like that right there. Isn't that pretty? Maybe we'll use that. We'll use that one on the inside. Friends forever. And we'll put that, that's what we'll do. You can use that like for a birthday or just for a thinking of you kind of card too. And so we'll just get our silicone mat out and our adhesive and put some adhesive on there. And then our card will be, thank you for being my friend. Isn't that pretty? I love this. Love these. And I put Wink of Stella on there too. And we'll just put Friends Forever right up here on the top. Isn't that pretty? And there we have a card in the Pale Papaya. And this one is in the Misty Moonlight. Which color do you like better for the flower? What do you think? And our envelope is all stamped. And let's see what's here. Let's bring in our piece that I did that technique on for you. And here it is. It's all dry. You can see it. Isn't that pretty? And it looks really pretty when you put white underneath it. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And now I have enough for another card. And it's just sort of a nice size because you can use that, 4" by 4" or 3 3/4 by whatever. It just makes for a nice size. So I think I found a really good use for this. I really like this a lot. All right, which is your favorite? Blue, the Misty Moonlight, or Pale Papaya? Write your comments in if you would, please. And then we're going to get the camera turned back up. So close your eyes for a second. Here we go. There we are. And don't forget, tomorrow is the day we get to order this cute kit with the elves. It almost looks like a Grinch Who Stole Christmas kind of a cute little elf. I don't remember those stories real well anymore, but anyway, I think that's what it sort of reminds me of. Very cute. So that's available tomorrow. And, oh, there is a video out too. And I think I sent that in a newsletter today, earlier this morning. Hopefully the video will play. Sarah Douglas, our CEO of Stamping Up, does the video for that little elf set. So which one do you like better? Which color do you like better? Anyway, that's it for today, girls. Hope you enjoyed the cards, and I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Alrighty, bye-bye.